The drama surrounding two of the biggest names in women's basketball has entered a new arena. One filled with tee times, sponsorships and silent battles that aren't being played on a hardwood floor. When Caitlin Clark signed with the LPGA Tour for her appearances in Pro-Am golf events, it seemed like a crossover move promoting unity. Instead, it ignited a firestorm, and nowhere has it burned hotter than under the gaze of Angel Reese. From the moment the LPGA announcement went public, fans and analysts alike asked, what will this mean for women's basketball? What they didn't expect was the internal conflict it would expose. Caitlin Clark, drafted by the Indiana Fever, has become more than a rookie phenom. She has become a symbol of transcendent athletes in women's sports, one whose endorsements and media draw outpace an entire league's typical curves. Her move into golf wasn't a distraction, it was a power play, a demonstration that women's basketball stars could have crossover appeal in multiple sports and multiple markets. Indeed, the LPGA event she joined brought a wave of attention and ticket sales unlike anything they'd seen. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, a star in her own right with the Chicago Sky, found herself in the uncomfortable position of watching that wave pass her by. According to multiple reports, she had been positioned by her management to chase similar crossover opportunities into golf. But the sponsor calls never came. One anonymous marketing executive told media that Clark moves both controversy and products, while Reese moves controversy, not products. Though Reese returned to basketball focus, the numbers reportedly tell a steep drop. Podcast listeners diving, merchandise cooling, and engagement fading, all while Clark's star burned brighter. Inside the Sky locker room, as one player described it, meetings shifted from X's and O's to screenshots of Clark's golf posts, a distraction that some felt became toxic. What could have been a moment of celebration for two major talents on a joint upward trajectory instead turned into a mirror reflecting envy, ambition, and mismanagement. What makes this story so vivid is how much is alleged. The tweets, the social media digs, the posts late at night, these are mostly unofficial and unverified. Yet the pattern of Reese's reaction to Clark's crossover success looks consistent. What's more, Clark's silence in all of this, no shade, no drama, just forward motion, stands in sharp contrast to the noise swirling around Reese. As the LPGA uses Clark's presence to build its event, Reese's focus on Clark has become what many analysts call displacement. She sees what she wants and she sees someone else getting it. And that frustration isn't just personal. It's emblematic of a player who feels overshadowed in a league still figuring out how to celebrate its stars rather than suppress them. It's not enough to say Clark won a golf deal and Reese reacted poorly. The deeper issue is how the league, the media, and the athletes themselves respond when one player becomes so big that she no longer fits the mold. Clark didn't ask for this moment to mean condemnation of others. She merely walked in the spotlight that opportunity built for her. Reese, for her part, seemed to see every move Clark made not as a rising tide for women's sports but as a slight against her. She posted a cryptic comment to the effect of, "I can play golf 2 minutes," after Clark's Pro-Am announcement went viral. A signal rather than an argument, and the internet pounced. The economic gap between them has become part of the story. While details of Reese's endorsement prospects fell away, Clark's brand soared, with marquee events, apparel lines in talks, and inclusion in international crossover marketing. Her WNBA injury-shortened season did nothing to stall interest. If anything, the golf swing narrative saved her from a basketball setback. Meanwhile, critics believe Reese rejected opportunities in favor of positioning herself for the very deal Clark grabbed, only to come up empty. The contrast in outcomes, fear of irrelevance versus exponential momentum, is stark. One of the more thorny aspects of this saga is team chemistry. A star athlete fixated on a rival's rise can create fractures internally. Reports suggest Sky management is worried about Reese's fixation impacting focus and preparation. At the same time, Fever games, with or without Clark in the lineup, continue to sell out because her name alone drives attention. The optics are clear. One athlete expanding the possibility of women's sport, another losing ground while fighting the same battle. The only difference? Vision versus reaction. To be clear, none of this is about hating Reese or elevating Clark. It's about the moment. About what happens when the game catches up to one athlete faster than the league catches up to her. Clark is laying the blueprint. Athletic excellence, media savviness, cross-sport presence, and brand power. Meanwhile, the backlash to her success, real, muted, or misdirected, is something the league still has to address. Because when one star outpaces the system must decide whether to evolve or to hold on to old hierarchies. The drama here is less about personal feud and more about structural shift. In the end, one athlete is busy building a legacy. Another is watching hers unravel while chasing the first. Caitlin Clark didn't steal anything from Angel Reese. Not her spotlight, not her endorsements, not her chance. But in the fight for relevance, it's not always about who kicks harder, it's about who sees farther. Clark saw a lane. She drove through it. Reese carved herself a role, but carved it facing backward. And when the numbers, the headlines, and the brand deals all lean one way, you suddenly realize the game has already moved. Now it's your turn. Do you believe Angel Reese's reaction came from genuine professional frustration or pure jealousy? Should athletes in the WNBA support each other's crossover success instead of viewing it as a threat? And most importantly, can women's basketball survive internal rivalries when the world is demanding unity and growth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciated this deep dive into the behind-the-scenes of modern women's sports, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more stories uncovering power, culture and ambition in sport, and hit the bell to stay notified.